All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check me out.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. It's a room to maneuver. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
One set. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
And now Jackson will look to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Jackson feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Jackson being chased out left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now it's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Humphries on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 33 yards that time.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with the defender right there. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Barkley out of the gun. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It's Conner as they stay on the ground. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rudolph. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath. put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route.
Number 53, Mike 53. We got to get the ball, D, get the ball.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he powers his way up past the 30. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Down. 18 Gator.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
8-3. Check 48 to Mike. 9-9, sweetheart. Snap.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And the Raven first down.
Let's go, D. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 35.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
First down, Ravens.
A first down carry for Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On second down, Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
On first down, Cotter going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Credit the tackle to Chris Covington, 6th-round pick in 2018.
Brings up second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On second down, Connor looking for space. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, fellas.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On first down, Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Connor. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back to throw, Rudolph. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
10 Lobo. 53 is the mark. I got it.
On second down, it's Connor, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Connor. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Taylor. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. On 2nd and goal, Rudolph nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Rudolph. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Barkley. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Recon, 132 fighter.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
70, Indy. 53, Mike, 53. Quarterback, don't get nervous. Protein spill.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on second down. Rudolph. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, it's Connor. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Rudolph. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
3rd and 11.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They go jet sweep. Washington with it. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Connor, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Connor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Rudolph. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 4th down, Rudolph. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's got some space here. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it? They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So 2nd down, and this defense certainly going to sell out to stop the run. Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down, Raven.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. One last throw here for Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Baltimore, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for